It's the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Cowboys and the Lions. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Dallas Cowboys. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin with you on a Saturday night here in Dallas. CD, it's been a wild and unpredictable season. A lot of teams getting ready for the playoffs, jockeying for position, and this, a good one here in the NFC.
A real good one because these two teams, they think big. They think about going on and playing bigger games and also think about these two on Thanksgiving.
It's a late season Saturday night in Dallas. The Lions, the Cowboys underway here in Week 17. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
Well, in prep for this one, it was fun talking with the defensive staff because they had to review last week's game tapes where he threw for over 400 yards. And they started ho-humming that performance. And finally, you said, he threw for over 400. That's got to be significant. That's why he won the NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
They're going to be careful what they wish for. Ho-humming. He might do it again here in this one. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
At the 29-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The Lions at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here, winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 20 carries, 139 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that brings up third and a full 10 yards. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Cavante Turpin deep for the Cowboys. Taking it about the 16. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Prescott looks to throw on first. And that one to the right side and incomplete. You talk about this Lions defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run That's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
To the air again, Prescott. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott now. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Prescott now on 2nd down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And this one is right through. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these.
Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I would have loved to have been in their meetings this week and hear that grizzled old defensive coordinator talk about, well, you did okay, guys. We did all right. The hold to 13 was pretty good, but this week, I expected to be less than that.
I'm going to need to hear that a lot more often. I don't know what it was, but I liked it. On play action, they'll throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Here's Jack Fox now. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Cowboy offense offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me...
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and are controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Pass complete. He's got Hendershot. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He completes this one to Mingo. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Back to the ground, Cook. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Luke Schoonmaker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Aubrey Good with the PAT. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Now a give right side. It's Knight. There he goes right side. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 22. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. He'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of attack.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown from 13 yards out. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And now here come the Cowboys.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Prescott.
Open man is Mingo. Complete.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Aleem McNeil
In there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. Taking it about the 36. That'll go as a 39-yard punt, give him 9 on the return, and the Lions will take over.
Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here.
He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
They'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. On 2nd down, it's Knight, and he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
First down, Detroit.
They'll run on 1st down. Knight. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw here. And he fires one, but incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Prescott on first down. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10.
That's over the middle to Schoonmaker.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35.
That's good for a Cowboys.
On play action, Prescott.
That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
15 yards there for number 15.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
To throw is Prescott. And he wisely will throw that one away.
No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Second down, Prescott.
The throw right side here going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys are able to extend their lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Aubrey now for the point after.
It's good to make it 17-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. No run back here for Raymond. This will be a touchback.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time? Yeah, well, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
81 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw.
And that's brought in by Knight.
And they will only muster a yard here. here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking middle, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 8-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Knight. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out of the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for the...
And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
Escaping a tackler at the 25.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Another one to CeeDee Lamb. He's got it.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Lions' 44-yard line.
Prescott now.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Prescott looks to throw on 1st.
Right back to Tolbert.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
Offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll throw again. Prescott.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Hook up a 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Prescott to throw it.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Prescott from the gun. It fights him off. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Here's Prescott. Out right, he finds Tolbert. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman.
The Cowboys were treated to a fine first half from number 4, quarterback Dak Prescott. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a pick number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Prescott off play action. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Dallas. 41 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Prescott yet again. Being chased out left. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. They'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Looking to throw. Prescott. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And out now come the Cowboys.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
Down at the 25.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Here's Prescott. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play. But we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one. Wound up hitting him for a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Knight. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Finds the open target, Arnold. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Only able to gain a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys' 47-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He finds Robinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
A gain of 12. First down, Lions.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Knight. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
At the Cowboys' 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. He's got it to Williams. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football.
That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson.
Holding, offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Back to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now. Now from way back there after the sack, it's 3rd and goal, a long 3rd and goal.
Well, that's brought in by Knight.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 39. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get him back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Taken at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
They try the left side here with Williams. Tracy Walker in on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. On play action, Prescott.
Pass complete. He's got Hendershot.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
To throw is Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. Knight. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
90 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Offense.
The Lions on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 10. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mozzie Smith brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Pressure comes and down he goes. Quan Alexander able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Prescott now.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Prescott.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. 1st down, Detroit.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Looking to throw, Prescott.
He had a man open, but he against him, and it's incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
And that is no good. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man. Complete. It's Arnold. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
It's a gain of 10. And the Lions first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
He finds his man. Complete. That's Arnold. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options because right now, he's hurting them.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott.
That is caught. Schoonmaker. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him,
why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Right back to Tolbert. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Here comes 2nd down and 5. And again, it's Prescott. And this is caught by Williams. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Out right, he finds Tolbert. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there. It gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
This is 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. This to Arnold on the short pass. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
He's back to throw.
Pass complete downfield. It's Raymond. And he will get out of bounds here as well. What a play. Big yardage. They stop the clock. And they move it to the boundary of field goal range as well.
Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. So a very interesting final chapter to this proverbial book here in this one, because they were in field goal range, could have won it with a field goal.